you all. Welcome again to another one of my workouts that I have for pregnant women. I'm Ethnic Mama and I'm 22 weeks. I'm starting to feel a burst of energy. And so I want to go ahead and put that energy to good use, okay? So today I have my yoga mat. I also have some weights here. I recommend 2 to 5 pounds. Also get yourself some water, get in a comfortable zone, a comfortable space, probably take a shower, just feel clean, feel ready, to just focus on your body without any distractions. Hopefully you can get in a space to where your kids are out of the environment. You can just like focus on yourself. I have 4, and they're all up right now, so I'm trying my hardest to get into this zone for myself because I know I'm going to need it for the rest of the day. All right, so what we're going to work on today, we're going to do some stretches. We're also going to work on our arms with the weights. Then we're going to work on our core. And with our core, we're going to put ourselves kind of in a place to where we're not balanced, because that's how we're going to really test out the strength of our core. Then we're going to end that with stretches, okay? But first, I want to go ahead and just try to get in our own space. And we're going to do our pelvic floor exercises that we went over in our first video. And we're going to breathe. So let's inhale. When you inhale, I want your lungs to fill. And when you exhale, I want you to squeeze all the air out. Let's do that about 5 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Now that was a quick meditation. Meditation, honestly, is so important. I had a little itch right here, but what I was focusing is on my breathing, and I was able to get through it. And that's just a little example of how powerful meditation is, and how important it is. And so I challenge myself all the time to execute, some time where I can just be aware of my surroundings, but also be in a place to where I'm in tune with myself. Okay, so sitting there, squeezing my pelvic floor as I breathe, it just puts me in a zone to where I feel like I'm connecting with myself. All right, so we finished that. Let's go ahead and let's do some stretches, okay? So really basic. I just really love to do this stretch. This is kind of like the morning stretch. You wake up and you just okay. So now we're going to put our neck in a position to where we are stretching it. Make sure you're breathing. Now we're putting our shoulders in a position to where we are stretching them, waking them up. All right. Our arms are now in a position to where we are stretching them. Make sure you're breathing. Ooh, that feels so good. Okay. So we stretched our upper half. So let's go ahead and get our weights. So if you do not have weights, you can fill 2 empty water bottles with sand or dirt, and that should work, okay? All right, so we're just going to do some basic crunches. Give me 10, y'all. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Keep your arm up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, put her arm down. Let's go ahead and go to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that worked on our biceps, which is really important. Triceps. Let's pay attention to those. Okay, so I'm going to the side, but you don't have to turn to the side, but I just want to show you what I'm doing. I'm going to place my arms behind my back, and then I'm going to lift them up like this. So I'm going to go for 15, okay? All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, so now I gain a lot of fat around this area here. So that is what I noticed every pregnancy. And, you know, just when I'm not even pregnant, if I gain some weight, it always goes there first. So I'm going to show y'all what I do to help decrease that. So you're going to open your arms up wide, and you're going to just squeeze your back muscles and release. Squeeze your back muscles and release. We're going to do that about 15 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, so as far as the working out part, I want you to rewind this video and do that about 3 times, okay? All right, so now let's go ahead and let's start stretching our legs, because we're going to work on our core, but we're going to use our legs to help us. So we want to make sure our legs are stretched. So I'm in a position to where my leg is open, long on one side, and my foot is flexed. So it's like this. And then I have my other leg kind of, you know, bent like a chicken wing. All right, I'm not going to stretch down to touch my toes, but I am going to just like reach my arm out, and then I'm going to point my foot, and I'm going to flex it, and I'm going to point. That stretched my inner thigh. I'm going to the next side, and the same thing. Flex foot, point foot. Flex foot, point foot. All right, bring them in front. Flex your feet, point your feet. They're straight like arrows. Now they're flexed and pointed. Okay, butterfly stretch. Put your toes together, and you're going to flap your legs. If you can come down, go ahead and go down. If you cannot, don't bother. Make sure you're breathing. And up. All right, so now we're going to get in cat-cow position. Your palms are going to be on the ground, and your fingertips are going to touch the ground, and your hands are going to be spread. And then you are going to make sure your feet is face down. The darker skin part is going to be on the mat. All right, so cat and cow. For cat, you just put your back up like this. Make sure you're breathing. And cow, you're going to place your head up, and you're going to put like an indent in your back. Okay, so we're going to do that about 7 times. Make sure we're breathing. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I like to wind a little bit. All right, so now we're going to work on our core. And what we're going to do is we're going to lift up our left hand, place it back down on the mat, lift up our right hand, place it back down on the mat. We're going to do the same with our legs. Lift your left leg, place it down on the mat, lift your right leg, place that down on the mat. Okay, so This is where the challenge come in, where we test our core. We're going to lift our left hand and our right leg. Make sure you're breathing, and we're going to count to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bring it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we're going to do some donkey kicks with our left leg. We're going to do about 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now let's do our right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so if you're able to get through that, your core is pretty much good, and I suggest that you do that about 3 times as well. So rewind that about 3 times. So really quick to wind down. We're gonna get back in this position. We're squeezing our area, our pelvic area, as we breathe. And releasing it as we breathe. It's going to follow the motion of our breath. Slow down your breaths. Take deeper breaths. And squeeze a little tighter. Okay, release. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. I send positive vibes your way. Namaste.